this video, I will share with you our 2026 predictions on the future of search. How are we searching on Google? Will Google still exist? Is ChatGPT going to take over Google? Whatever, this is everything you will learn in this video. I've been doing SEO and GEO for a lot of time. If you don't know me, I'm Luca, the founder of Qwairy, Qwairy.co. We are a generative engine optimization tool. We help brands to be more present in LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, also whatever LLM you want to be present on. And basically in this video, we decided with my team to give a lot of predictions. We also have a podcast that is called Future of Search. We talk a lot with clients. We talk a lot with different people from the SEO communities. So I'm going to share with you in details all the predictions we have for 2026. And at the end of the year, we will do a video again to see if those predictions were right or not. Prediction number one, ChatGPT will invent a new business model that doesn't exist yet. So you probably know it. If you have been doing SEO over the years, you know that Google business model is simply selling ads. It's basically people search on Google and Google sell ads. And basically, if you want to be first, you can be there on Google Ads. This is what has made Google really powerful. And obviously, everyone is expecting ChatGPT to do the same thing. You know, basically, people are searching on ChatGPT, not only on Google. So potentially, ChatGPT could sell ads. Everyone is expecting ChatGPT to do that. And my take on that and our team take on that is that it might be that ChatGPT launches ads. There's one thing for sure, and I will share with you an article, is that apparently ChatGPT lost last quarter $11.5 billion. So this is enormous. At some point, ChatGPT has to earn some money. But there was different thing that happened in the last months that for me make me think that ChatGPT has another business model in mind, and I will share that with you. So you probably know that ChatGPT is selling subscription, but obviously these subscriptions are not enough to be profitable for ChatGPT due to the cost of server that they need. You know, $20 for using ChatGPT. Definitely this is not how they're gonna live. But there is something else that happened in the past. First thing is that ChatGPT launched shopping. You know, you can now see directly product on ChatGPT like a marketplace. So for me, that tells me something like ChatGPT wants to take a cut in e-commerce. You know, it's not ads, it's taking a cut in e-commerce. And this is very different. And recently there was something else. It's the launch of Buy It on ChatGPT. It's a partnership between Shopify and ChatGPT. And basically you can buy directly on ChatGPT like you see on this video. For example, you go to Etsy and you want to buy something, you can do it directly on ChatGPT. You don't need to go to another website. And let's imagine, and by the way, this is also talking about agentic web, and this is my third prediction. So we'll talk about it a little later. But just imagine that the ChatGPT is able to take 10%, 5%, maybe 3% of everything that happens in e-commerce when it happens through their platform. This might be enormous, and potentially, I think it has a potential to be even bigger than selling ads. So ChatGPT has a lot of possibility, and I think also that's why you have so many investors that continue investing on ChatGPT. There was no investment recently, but still the product is still here. So it seems like confidence of investors. So let's see how it happens. But I have really this belief that ChatGPT might be trying a new business model. They might be trying something where we don't expect them. And I'm really curious to see what happens on this. Let's go to prediction number 2, and then we will go back to ChatGPT and talk about agentic. Prediction number 2, AI overview will continue to grow. AI overview, if you don't know it, when you search on Google, sometimes you have an answer that is directly an answer like an LLM, and this is called AI overview. Apparently, from this article, I found that now it's 60% of answers in Google, so 60% will show an answer that is AI overview. In the US, it's not the case in all the country. And I think it's going to be at some point 80, 100% because it's simply better for user. You know, there was a theory that came out recently. I'll put a link in the comment. It's called Delphic cost. Basically, the principle of Delphic cost is that using a search engine like Google, like the old Google from 2020, basically it has a lot of cost for user. Why? For example, a user has to search on Google. So you have to think, what should I search? The second thing is that you need to sell select different links, over 10 blue links, and you need to find your answer over 10 blue links. And this is crazy how complicated it can get. We are used to that, but it's really complicated. When you compare to that AI overview, you ask, for example, in here, which are the best blenders under $100? Well, you have the answer. You don't have to read through 10 different articles. If you want to do, you can go, but you don't have to do it. And before the web with 10 blue links, there was a lot of hidden codes that you didn't realize because it was normal for us to do that, to use them. But actually, I think AI overview is just better for user. So whatever Google is saying, and Google is in a sense taking a cut from a lot of business, because a lot of business, they were capturing value. You were getting traffic from Google and you could sell this traffic. So you would get a lot of value. Today, this gets a bit different because there's no traffic to sell anymore. So what you should sell is potentially your database, your access to your users, this kind of thing. I think there's a lot of business model that will emerge now. But we have to be honest that AI overview, I believe, will get more and more share in Google search. So this is second prediction. Let's go to third prediction, where we will talk a lot about automate. Prediction number 3, agentic LLM models will continue to grow. Agent mode will continue to grow a lot because there's potential for this. It's enormous. I don't know if you know it. I will talk a little bit more about this later because I will talk about Gemini. I don't know if you know it, but basically when you use Atlas, so Atlas is Google, it's like Google Chrome, but based on ChatGPT. It was invented by ChatGPT. And basically what you can do is use their functionality. It's called agent mode agent. And basically this can help you automate. For example, you can ask him, let's go to a list of running shoes, run sign up. Let's see this website. For example, here I could go ask ChatGPT. I could go agent mode and I can ask him to interact with this page. I can tell him click on sign in, for example, on this page. And basically he will take my screen and do it directly. And this was used by ChatGPT. And in this case, he did it. I will stop it. It's no need to click on sign in and no need to create an account for me. But they can really do tasks for us. And this is, I think, very powerful. It will help a lot of teams to create automations in the future. And at the moment, it's not used so much. I help a lot of marketing teams and all the time I ask them, do you use that? Did you start to do that? I know Google has a lot of projects also on this in 2026, and I think this will grow a lot. Let's continue with prediction number 4. Brand perception will become as important as LLM tracking. Obviously, you probably know it if you are from the world of SEO or if you do generative engine optimization. Well, the way we track things at the moment is a prompt, and basically from this prompt, we will tell you if your brand is present or if your brand is not present. This is the way we tracked ranking on Google for a long time. So it was obvious to do it like this, but at Qwairy, we have a belief that brand perception is as important as LLM tracking, and this is why we created this feature called brand perception. What is brand perception? Well, it's very simple. It's simply how LLM are perceiving you. It's basically prompts with bias and telling LLMs, well, basically, what do you think about this brand, or the good thing about this brand, or whatever. And basically the way we will proceed is that we will create a SWOT like that, So in this case, I'm with Nike, and you can see that, for example, Google AI modes rates B2C direct engagements not as the best, contrary to other LLM. You can know all this. You can go directly here at ChatGPT, and you can see that in general, Nike is well ranked by ChatGPT. Sometimes you have some weakness here, and here you have the different prompt that we crossed on LLMs. So this for us will become as important as LLM tracking, because what you want is really the LLM to be your salesman, in a sense, salesman, saleswoman. That's really what you want from LLM. We have 2 predictions left. First prediction is the one I will tell you now, and then the last one is a very strong lever for e-commerce brand that I will share with you. The first prediction 5, is Gemini will take more and more market share. Gemini is the AI from Google, the LLM from Google. You should really try it. It's very strong. Google has an advantage is that you have millions, billions of people using Google every day. So it's very easy to take all these people and help them use or teach them how to use Gemini. Google also has Google Workspace. So that's a lot of clients, and all these clients, obviously, they are Gemini user. There's a study from SimilarWeb, and it's really amazing. 12 months ago, you see here, OpenAI was more than 75%, almost 85% of the generative AI traffic share. At the moment, now it's more like 65%, and the one that is growing, it's the red one. Look at the size of Gemini here and the size of Gemini today. So in 1 year, Gemini was able to go from 5.7% based on this study from SimilarWeb to 21%. So that's a lot, and it's a big difference. And I truly believe that Gemini will continue. I don't know if it will be 50-50 with ChatGPT, but I think at least 30% at the end of the year is really the minimum, and I think Gemini will really be stronger than that. Again, it's some prediction. We'll see what happens after that. And then finally, I think that the prediction number 6 is that Google Shopping will be a major business lever for e-commerce. So let's say you search on Google for running shoes, and this is something I've been advocating for years now with my SEO client. Basically, SEO is not ranking on the top 10 blue links. SEO is ranking on here Google My Business, on Google, no, sorry, not Google My Business, Google Merchant Center, Google Shopping. This is not only organic. Here we know that it's also by paying ads, but this is very important to do the right optimization here. Same thing, it's ranking here, it's potentially ranking here, it's being present everywhere in Google, in LLM. And there is something else we know is that at the moment, ChatGPT, when they give a product in e-commerce, they are using and scrapping Google Merchant Center. So basically, what is ChatGPT doing is using the data from Google. So you should really be present there and strengthen your strategy for Google My Shopping. That's it for the video. Let's see if this prediction go right. We will definitely do another video at the end of the year, maybe even in 6 months. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk soon.